things real fit. And I'm a romantic, but I'm still cynical as shit. I don't believe it that you mean it, even though you think you mean it. I'm old before my time, my body's on the blink. Or is it my mind that's sick? Am I ill because I overthink?